Yeah?
It's a must. I was going to say, did Betsy buy the house? But it's a negative.
Negative.
No.
Big negative. I can't afford that. But I'll tell you what, it is definitely on the tour stop when folks come into Cleveland with the family. Like, do you recognize that house? They're like, no. I'm like, come on, you have to recognize it. And then all of a sudden the light bulb goes off and they know exactly what it is. Then we have to stop and buy leg lamps and all the things. So
all the good stuff.
It's just all about that place. All right, out and about this evening, it is going to be a great night if you are going to be headed out. We do have a lot of sunshine to talk about. Westbound drivers will encounter sun glare. Remember, now we're an hour earlier, so the sun is setting during our evening commute, which makes things a little complicated. It's 55 currently at Hopkins, and through the rest of the evening, we are not anticipating any weather issues. Matter of fact, temperatures will slowly be cooling. We'll be back to about 50 or so by the time we hit 8 p.m. And later on this evening, temperatures holding relatively steady near 50 and then fading back into the 40s for the start of the day tomorrow. We do have a couple little problem spots to talk about. Route 8 in Akron near Glenwood, there is an accident there that's slowing down. Route 8 is just not the best of driving. It is a little bit crazy sometimes. It feels like you're at a go-kart some days as people are rolling through there. We just had a new report on 90 West at West 25th. On the right side, an accident has gone off to the shoulder, so hopefully it's out of the way. Traffic can remain flowing smoothly there, but it does look like there could be some slowdowns. And of course, that is very close into the Dead Man's Curve and the Shoreway, 480, 271 issues. So there are some problem spots in the evening rush, but the weather is not so much of the problem. We have clear skies to report to you. High thin clouds out to the west. If you go outside and you look west, you're probably going to start to see these clouds filling in. They're very thin at this point. And by the way, this is an infrared satellite imagery. Infrared satellite imagery senses the temperature of the clouds. So the colder they are, the brighter and whiter they show up. And these are indicative of very high cirrus clouds that are coming in. All of that is coming off of the rain that is off to the south of us and not going to be a part of our forecast. Meanwhile, north, we have a series of little disturbances that are trying to work through the Great Lakes region. So what ends up happening is we have clouds coming at us from the south. We have these disturbances that are coming at us from the north. And so we're kind of stuck with some cloud cover coming back tonight. And then we're going to continue with a mix of clouds and sun for Saturday and then into Sunday too. The really big picture sets it up like this. Yet another storm system coming onto the west coast. We don't have to deal with that for quite some time, but this batch of rain that is in the deep south will stay south of us. It's anticipated to aim more for the Tennessee and Ohio valleys than the northern part of Ohio. Those disturbances, though, those will be a player in the forecast. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with the snow side of it. In your big picture National Designer hour-by-hour forecast, that rain just tries to make it up into Ohio, but we do have drier air that is battling back against us. And the disturbances are going to be just enough to stir up a little bit of lake effect, but I really don't think it's going to be as much of a factor for us as it would be farther to the north. Lake Erie's temperature still sitting at 55 today. They're a little bit warmer. The water content, just the whole latent heat of the water, the bigger lakes is holding more heat, basically is what I'm trying to say here in a very convoluted way. But it has a little bit of a different scenario that sets up when the lake effect starts to roll around. Anywho, high pressure does roll in for Saturday, but we do have that bit of moisture that is stuck in the atmosphere, so we're going to stick with our clouds and sun. By Sunday, yet another of those disturbances is going to be rolling through the Great Lakes region, and that may bring some more clouds for us, but all in all, it looks like it should be just fine. So you do have a chance to get out and do a little leaf blowing. Winds will be out of the west for your day on Friday, tomorrow, with the afternoon sun. Partly cloudy on Saturday, light northerly winds, and then an east wind builds in for Sunday. So if you're kind of planning on which way to push the leaves, hopefully that'll help you out a little bit. But we don't have any rain either day, and so that should be good. On the lake, it is bumpy as all get out today. We'll stay bumpy for tomorrow. Winds are out of the west at 15 plus, so those 5 to 8 footers will create small craft advisory conditions. Things settle down on Saturday, 2 to 4 footers. So if you got a little boat, that's a little problematic. But Sunday looks like it's going to be a great day for fishing on the lake. And yes, there have been some really nice fish reports in the nearshore waters. Clouds will increase tonight. I don't know how we're going to have some sunshine, but maybe mostly dark with scattered light is a better forecast. Thank you, George Carlin. And your National Design Mart forecast for tomorrow, then we will be back into the 50s, which is perfectly seasonable for this time of the year. And yeah, we do get to see some sunshine, especially in the afternoon. So don't get down if you get up in the morning and the clouds are around. They're going to start to break up in the afternoon. Here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast. We'll be in the upper 40s for the weekend. Partly cloudy skies. Remember, that's those disturbances rolling through, so they're going to bring the cool air with them. Once that moves out, look at the stretch of weather setting up for next week. Remember, 54 average high this time of the year. We are going to go right back above average, and we get to do it with plenty of sunshine around. So just a stupendous forecast setting up for next week. And I got to tell you, this weekend is not too bad. I think it's got a nice fall feel to it.
Yeah, I can't believe what we're getting next week, though. Like, this is very good.
Yes.
Fantastic forecast.
Last night I took out all my winter hats.
Okay.
And it looks like I can just put them away next week.
Well, maybe now's a good time to just kind of, you know, freshen things up a little bit.
Yeah.
But they don't have to go back in complete storage.
Well, okay. Okay, you're right.
Close by.
Thanks, Betsy.